loaded drop, 2 Marauders and 4 Marines. Does Hashe have anything to defend it? Yes, he does. He has a turret brilliantly placed just on the edge, going to be able to spot and take down any medevacs that wander within its 6 range, I think? 7 range. And here's an unused tech lab. Fun fact, if an opponent places his barracks or any building onto your tech lab, your add-on, then he seizes control of it. It changes color and everything. And it's fully operational. No siege mode at the moment. It is almost finished, and we do have the combat shield going down for a Hashe, so his Marines are going to be that much more durable compared to Yoon's. He himself has 4 barracks as well, framed, and just getting the same composition, 2 tech lab, 2 reactor, and not getting an upgrade currently. He's very, very high on the gas, 500 gas. A sign that you may be getting your refineries too quickly, I would guess. And it looks like this Viking is going to be able to take down this fully loaded medevac. So 1 medevac, 4 medevac, and the fully loaded drop does go down. Both players just so on top of scouting around the edges of their own bases, so on top of keeping a perimeter and just getting on top of those drop plays. They can really catch your army out of position, force your tanks to move to the back inside your base, and be susceptible to this kind of push. A Banshee does go down, and it looks like Yoon will be setting up a position in here as the scan is still running, loading up everything. He's going to load. Whoa, he's going to drop his Vikings. Bit of a confusing control there. Looks like Yoon will be loading up these tanks. He doesn't look like he has enough energy for a scan. If we go to his open command hotkeys, yeah, he's just a little bit low on energy. And both players getting +1 armor for their infantry as well. Yoon looking to expand and obtain another starport, and Hashe looking very good with these cloaked banshees, being able to use up all the opponent's scans, Yoon scans that is. As I forget his name for a second. And it looks like a huge competition here. These Marines have an excellent concave, however these tanks are able to siege up first before Yoon's tanks. It looks like the Banshee is going to be the edge that Hashe needs to clean up the rest of this mess. These Vikings were completely nil in that engagement. They had no detection, no signs of any ravens being made, and Yoon just not having that Banshee cloak has been such a huge deal in this matchup. Just delaying that cloak, and I do not believe that he cancelled it, so just losing those resources as well. And Yoon just going to be taking up a position outside of his naturals, double choke sort of thing. Hashe putting up a command center behind the tall grass. I do like this play. It alerts you for any backdoor shenanigans, as well as sort of secretly putting up your base. However, both players are tip-top, and I would believe that Yoon will be assuming that Hashe should be getting up in expansion quite soon. Hashe coming in here looking to set up some sort of contain. He stims a little bit early, able to take down a few units, some of the units being loaded into the medevac, but it looks like Hashe will have the superior forces at the moment. Should be looking to siege up his tanks here and get some superior positioning. Both of their concaves not too bad, but I do think that Hashe here has the edge just with these Marauders, able to take down the tanks ultra quickly, and it will sort of force a contain upon Yoon's forces. A lot of medevacs for Yoon. Looks like originally he was planning to do a lot of drop play, but just Hashe with that perimeter control is doing very well. If you look at his line of sight, he can see all around his base. These this add-on still just randomly there. I thought it was a turret, and just more reinforcements coming from Hashe. Very heavy on the infantry, looking to take up his third, the high yield base. As soon as he takes this, he's going to be in an excellent position. Yoon looking to do the same, finally getting some sort of detection. Raven is currently out looking to get his cloaking field up as well, so possibly go for a delayed cloak banshees, and not possibly, definitely. And both players just adding on some more barracks, looking to increase their numbers, more tanks being pumped out. And it looks like we have an engagement from Hashe, forcing Yoon to lift up his expansion almost immediately. No mining going on here, not even enough time to transform it into planetary fortress. Very, very high on the gas from Yoon, and it does look like his expansion will start to burn. However, on the same side, Hashe's own expansion will be very susceptible to a counterattack, and it looks like that Yoon did lose that command center. It was on fire. There was no SCVs in range able to repair. One cool trick you can do is actually call down a yield to help you repair, and it does look like this one will burn up as well, as all of Yoon's forces are able to load up and escape. Just doing some guaranteed damage. Actually, Hashe did call down the mule. He's looking to repair. However, Yoon will have none of it. going to be forcing the command center to be destroyed, as well as taking out this meal. So that is an extra ultra fast 300 minerals, not an extra 300 minerals. Actually, the supply drop gives you an extra 100 minerals, but the mules just give you 300 minerals faster. If that makes any sense. Just scanning these backdoor rocks to see if Yoon was going to be doing any sort of push. He is not. Looks like he's going to fake a retreat and loop around the edge, try to go into this natural expansion. He will spot another command center, and just putting down a couple of auto turrets. I actually missed this with the Raven. All these SCVs, so many SCVs right here. Very, very oversaturated. Concussive shells going down as well. This tank is going to be shitting himself. Plenty of tanks and Mars able to take this out. However, Yoon's forces will be forced into engaging this backside reaction, this backside door. Going to be trying to ward off the attack at the same time with plenty of Marines using this starport as fodder. Finally has his Pork Banshees up. No signs of any sort of scan or detection from Hashe at the moment. However, this is a very, very close positioning. Hashe retreating towards his tanks. This starport does go down. And over here on the side, SCVs being forced to fight for their lives against plenty of infantry. And if we go to the unit counting station, we have 63 SCVs from Hashe against the 46 from Yoon. However, you know, both players are on 2 base. Hashe looking to be saturated. If we go to the army tab, it is currently 112 to 92. However, Hashe does have about 20 more SCVs, so the armies are about the same size. And this force being kept back here, I do like this play. Marines in small numbers, very, very good. Even has an SCV to repair that medevac and potentially put up a bunker. These 2 medevacs are going to be retreating back to the main army. The main army is a tiny army. And Hashe looking very, very strong at the moment. We're going to be putting up that 3rd expansion again, transforming it into a planetary fortress, because you know what? Command centers transform. They do not morph. They do not warp. They transform. They are transformers. And Yoon just preemptively, actually no, this is his original command center. Going to be putting a turret here and just moving his original command center to the 3rd base. Both players very, very high on their gas. Looks like they will not be taking as much, not really getting those upgrades. And this planetary fortress is going down. However, these matches are picking up plenty of SCVs. Hashe with a higher SCV count. However, going to be loading up some Marines, dropping off some Marines and putting on a scan. 2 full Marines. Going to need to finish off this turret. One of the SCVs needs to get on this turret immediately just to finish it. A turret that is under a full SCV repairing is very, very difficult to take down. Near impossible with 1 or 2 Banshees. And it does look like Yoon will be looking to push just to this tower, get up some spotting, see if Hashe is going to be pushing out with his own tanks. Actually, Yoon very, very light on the tanks. He is mainly pumping out some infantry forces now, and looking to rebuild those tank numbers that were taken out beforehand. It does look like Hashe will be pushing down here with his superior tank Marine Marauder force, with 3 M tanks, sorry. No signs of any Vikings, only this one from Yoon, and that will force Yoon to lift up very preemptively, so he's not feeling very comfortable. This Raven still in the back, just putting in an auto turret. Putting in multiple auto turrets to try and take down some SCVs and force the army back, just to divert his attention a little bit. This barracks going up behind the high ground, and does look like Yoon will be looping around this low ground to get to the national expansion. However, these rocks are still up, and actually no, he's going to be picking up some SCVs using the medevacs to spot. However, these siege tanks will have none of it. They are in position to defend against that. Yoon once again being forced to lift up his command center as Hashe pushes out, denying the 3rd expansion. He would probably do better to put it down here, just so that those tanks take longer to get to, and you know, superior infantry would be able to cut them off around here, this spot, if the tanks chose to come down to this area. 3 fully loaded medevacs looking to skirt around the edges, probably returning from a failed drop attempt, just looking to spot, see if there's any opportunity to drop. This Raven just surviving, it's just out of range of all these units. These medevacs were able to spot past the rocks. And I do hear some dropping. Oh, there's plenty of Marines here. A couple of tanks. If we go back to the army counting station, that is army. Yes, it does look like that. Both players very, very high, about 120, 130. But let's go to the units tab, and Yoon does have more SCVs actually now, so able to decrease Hashe's SCV count significantly, and just catch up a little bit. However, it doesn't look like Hashe's army will completely demolish Yoon's army. Just a huge concave, brilliant tank placement along with that stim and fast run-in, able to take down Yoon's forces. I do believe that, you know, Yoon not grouping up his army enough, going for a little bit of a harass around these edges, around trying to overextend Hashe's army around the outskirts, was, you know, it can work if the opponent has a lot of bases, but Hashe just very good about watching his perimeter, putting up these perimeter turrets, as I mentioned, just able to deny any sort of drop play, and which is what I really think Yoon was aiming to do, just harass and contain by harass. So thanks for watching. I hope I'll see you guys in the Dogsy number 5 this Saturday, 4 p.m. Jakarta time or 8 p.m. Sydney time. Even getting expansion up here. So I will see you guys whenever I cast again. Bye.